Something I unfortunately hear a lot of my clients say is not yet. Now, although sometimes this is warranted, when I see that there may be a limiting belief below that statement is when it comes through with lines such as, I'm just really busy. I don't have enough fill in the blank, time, money, degrees, certifications, or qualifications. I don't deserve it. I just want to feel a little more prepared or know what's coming. We are about to watch someone who overcame all of those limiting beliefs, and we have a lot to learn from him. Before jumping in, if you would like to receive free alignment trainings and positive psychology practices from life coach Maren Lauka, that's me, scroll down and subscribe to this channel, turn on your bell notifications to add a little extra accountability. And if at any time throughout this video you are liking what you're seeing, please comment below and like this video. Not only does that help the YouTube algorithm and support this channel, but also fosters that community space that we are all craving, especially post-pandemic. A few weeks ago on this channel, I reacted to Nightbirde's golden buzzer moment when she sang her original song, It's Okay, and you guys loved it. At the end of that video, I promised I would continue making these videos. As a life coach and positive psychology scholar, why I love reacting to these videos and it feels very aligned with the work that I do is because these are, granted, somewhat scripted, very entertaining depictions of, but still depictions of what happens when we show up as our true self, when we follow our interest and let our talent be valid enough to at least put ourselves on the stage, put ourselves out there and follow that call to do something that we really want to do. And not only is it fun to see someone's dreams unfold, but also there's a lot of opportunity to learn and to use these individuals as courageous examples for what's possible for you. So here we go, a performance by 14-year-old Dylan Zangwill.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
What is your name?
My name is Dylan Zangwill.
Dylan, where are you from?
I'm from Exton, Pennsylvania.
And what are you going to do here tonight at AGT?
I'm going to be singing and playing piano.
And how long you been doing this?
I've been doing this all my life.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
You're 14 years old.
Yep.
And how's it been at school, you know, with everyone? Or do you keep it a secret that you sing, or do they support you?
I mean, people know I'm a singer and a musician, but I'm never really, openly talking about it, so.
Because?
I like hearing what other people are doing, and, I'm not a big fan of talking about myself all that much.
Okay, we're so happy that you're here. Go ahead.
It's time.
So in these introductions, and of course this is all my depiction, so of course I don't know if this is for sure what was going on in everyone's mind, but here's my interpretation. I saw smiles on the judges' faces when they see this younger kid, not little kid, but a younger kid come up on stage, and to me, the smiles depict something along the lines of good for you. Like, I'm glad you're here. This is maybe cute, or this is a sweet thing to do. There's this innocence to it, right? Whereas if an adult human walks up on these stages, there's more of, at least in my perspective, there's more of an expectation of, this person should or shouldn't be something. And I think that's a strength that we have as kids. Of course, all of us have been children at some time, that we can also remember into our adulthood, not only in how we carry ourselves, but in how we look to others. So can we, for a little bit, look to others as a child rather than an adult of someone who should be one way or the other? And then looking at ourselves, can we look at ourselves of just being a person in the world that is capable of things, that is trying things, that is learning and growing, rather than this already formed person that can't change anymore. We can always change no matter how old you are, no matter where you are in life. There's always opportunity to begin again. From my book, that is the last chapter, you can always begin again. I also really appreciated Dylan's comment about being really interested in what other people are doing and not wanting to talk about his talent so much. I do not believe this is what Dylan was getting at, but what it reminded me of is a lot of my clients fear selfishness or fear narcissism. They want to ensure that they are helping those around them. And this is a wonderful, of course, trait to have while also remembering that it is not selfish to take care of ourselves. That analogy, metaphor that so many of us have heard, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so maybe we choose to use the word selfish. However, it is not a selfish act to do something that lights you up. And every time I walk my clients through this, again, first acknowledging, yes, care about other people, keep them in mind, take responsibility for your actions. And what happens when we put ourselves in the experiment of doing what lights us up, of doing what gives us energy and fulfills our life? Oftentimes, in fact, every time I have seen it happen, it positively impacts those around us. It actually gives more back to our community and to our families and to our friends because we are fulfilled, because we are pouring from an overflowing cup rather than a cup that continues to get depleted from obligations and expectations of others. So good for Dylan. I sense he has a balance of this. He is just interested in others, and I would encourage him, let that shine, step into your worth. And we're about to see what that is.
Shine. All right, Pop.
Each morning I get up and I dilute. Can't barely stand up on my feet. Take a look.
Okay, I can tell Dylan's amazing, but that little look from his dad looking at the judges, and I often see this in AGT auditions, is that sense of when we care about someone, we want others to also care about them and applaud them. When we see someone's brilliance, especially someone so close to us, we look to others around us and want to say, look how great they are, look how amazing they are, look how kind, look how compassionate. And this is just that sense of we all genuinely, at least it's my belief, we want to take care of each other. We want to be there for each other. And that's especially prominent with those who we're most close to, such as friends and family. And I sense that if we can step into this place of fulfillment and pouring from a full cup, we'll do that with everyone. We'll see how everyone has their own unique talent and skill set, and we'll be looking to everyone else to say, look at how great they are. And others will be saying for us, look at how great we are as well.
In the mirror and I cry, Lord, what you doing to me? I spent all my years believing you, but I just can't get no relief, Lord. Somebody, oh somebody, can anybody find me somebody to love? I work hard every day. I try, but everybody wants to put me down. They say I'm going crazy. They say I got a lot of water in my brains. I got no common sense. I got nobody left to believe in. Can anybody find me? Oh, somebody to love.
Wow. Wow. I didn't stop that once because I was entranced by his incredible voice. And where I paused this video, look at that face. He is so happy, and sometimes I sense relief on people's face, but this is more just like joy and just happiness and pride, maybe a little bit. And that feeling of just putting yourself out there and letting it be received genuinely and everyone applauding, how amazing that feels. It is a human desire, it is a human need to have that assurance and support by those around us. And every now and then still, we feel shame for needing that support or needing that assurance by someone else, by wanting that applause. We feel shame for that. There's nothing to be ashamed of that. It feels incredible. Of course, we want to hear an entire auditorium applaud for our talent and our skill. Of course, that feels good. And it's okay to want that. And also, the balance is to find it within ourselves so that when those opportunities aren't there, right? It's not every day that we can step onto an AGT stage. Maybe your talent isn't one that would be one to step onto an AGT stage or to be in an auditorium. So when we can't access that internally, to be able to find it internally as well, or to savor those moments when we have the round of applause so we can turn back to them, so we can tune into them when we're in moments of challenge or when we're in moments of doubt and say, no, this is good and I can feel it myself. And every now and then it's applauded by those around me as well, which just adds that confidence boost. So it's a balance, it's twofold. And again, there's nothing to be ashamed of to want this and to feel good when it happens. So at least in the clip that I'm watching right now, they don't have the judges' reactions. I would be really curious to hear the judges' reactions. I watch a lot of golden buzzer moments, and to me, this feels like a golden buzzer moment. That was incredible. Dylan was so outstanding, and also the confidence. And so I prefaced at the beginning of this video, we have a lot to learn from Dylan. One of those things is just to get up on stage and to showcase our talent and not feel like we're too young or not enough experience or there are others that are better than us or all those limiting beliefs that come into our minds. At the least, step onto your stage. Just take the chance. And with Dylan's case, he is outstanding. It doesn't matter that he's 14. In fact, that becomes a strength. Early in my career as a life coach, a lot of people questioned me being a life coach at such a young age. I would get kind of the snarky, joking, well-intended comment of, how would I trust you with my life if you haven't even lived as much life as myself? For those clients I had that were older than me. And I would be lying if at first that didn't impact me. I started to have a little bit of doubt. And then I uncovered what was really below those statements and what did I believe and I know to be true. So do the same for your beliefs, your limiting beliefs that may come into your mind of being too young, of not having enough of something, yada, 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 all the things that go on into our mind, and find what's true for you. So for me, I knew not only did I have the qualifications in terms of certifications and degrees and the training and my master's degree in positive psychology, but also I knew that in order to be a good life coach, it wasn't about having years of experience. I'm not giving advice, in which case, being an advisor, it would make sense to have the experience that my clients are looking to learn from. Rather, life coaching is about asking the right questions. It's about offering a new perspective. And that is a strength of mine that I've had since I was, those of you who have read my book, you know, since I was 5 years old, sitting on the border between my kitchen and my living room floor because I was questioning the validity of only eating in the kitchen. Something else we may learn from Dylan along the same lines of those limiting beliefs is specifically imposter syndrome, which is talked about in the coaching field. It's talked about in positive psychology and studied, and it is that feeling that maybe some of you have had where you feel like you don't belong in a situation, specifically because you're not good enough for some reason, or you're not worthy enough to be there. And what I applaud Dylan for doing is stepping onto that stage. Again, age is the thing that AGT highlighted. Age is the thing that a lot of us, whether we're 14, whether we're 35, or whether we're 80, age has a weight to it, unfortunately, because age doesn't have to mean anything. And yet we can look to our age, or we can look to our degrees, or we can look to our background, or we can look to our friends, or we can look to where we're living and point at those as being the reason why we're not worthy or enough to step into a space. And what I am encouraging you to do, what hopefully we've learned from Dylan today, is that although you may feel that imposter syndrome, get curious about if it's true and if you want that to be the ruler of your life. It's normal to feel those feelings of, do I really deserve this? And can you start telling yourself, yes, I do. And in fact, here are the reasons why. Or yes, I do belong here. Or even when we feel doubt or lack in a certain area, I don't quite know the answer to this question yet, or I don't quite know how to do this job. Can you learn? If yes, show up, learn, and get your place, where you belong, where you are called to, what you're interested in. And again, just like Dylan did, let that light shine. So I'm very curious what you would do if you were to step onto an AGT stage. And if you don't yet have that vision of that passion, that thing that you know you want to do, that you're really excited about, that you're working toward, the direction that so many of us crave, I invite you to join my community, the Yes and Experience, wherein I coach my members every single month through a specific area of alignment. Next month in August 2021, we are creating vision boards. And it's not just a craft project. I'm walking you step by step toward creating that vision, that direction of what you long to do, of where you're headed. Even if it feels vague, it is still so powerful to get something in front of you to work toward. We're going to be holding space within our community to ask all the questions you need to get that clear vision. And we'll be working toward, again, creating that tangible board, whether it's digital or whether it's on your office wall or whether it's a 3D cutout or a wood project, whatever it is that depicts what we create as your vision, so that you have it, so that you can work toward it, and so that you're constantly reminded of what is most true for you. So with that, in summary of today's video, I invite you to join the community. If it is after August 2021, then there's a different challenge happening inside the Yes and Experience, a new challenge each month. So learn what that is at yesandbymarin.com/experience. If you want to take a baby step in pursuing your best life, in showing up on your metaphorical or literal stage, I invite you to get the book Ready Enough, your 7-step guide for life's hardest decisions, which walks you through my coaching process in 7 easy, practical steps so that you can show up a little bit more of who you really are. To foster that community right now, comment below, what would you do on an AGT stage? What did you take away from Dylan's performance? And lastly, for more videos just like this, and for free alignment trainings posted here every Tuesday, like, subscribe, and share this video. All of that supports this channel and supports you on your journey to authentic alignment. That is all from me today. My name is Marin Lauka. I'm a life coach and positive psychology scholar that helps you to dismantle the limiting beliefs and the shoulds for how life should be, so that you can step into your true potential, make your positive impact, and experience fulfillment. Stay tuned for more videos. Next week, I am sharing how you can avoid regret by asking a few powerful questions today.